Hello everyone and welcome back to the Brad's Bourbon Reviews YouTube channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Molly.
And today we're doing something, again, not a straight bourbon review. We're gonna get back to those. We have one coming on Wednesday that is exciting. It's not bourbon, but it's very exciting and it's something to talk about. We have 4 different whiskeys or bourbons that we're gonna mix with Coke and see if anything can beat the classic Jack and Coke cocktail. We're gonna measure out each individual pour so we can keep it as scientific as possible. I think the ratio we're going to go with is 1 ounce to 2.5 ounces of Coke. All right, we're back. That took longer than I thought it was going to take. Somebody kept spilling Coke and it's just what it is. All right, so here's what we're doing. This is regular, just plain Jack Daniels, nothing special, no Gentleman Jack, just regular old number 7. And Coke as our control. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try each one of these and see if anything can live up to the legend that is a Jack and Coke. So I tried to pick bourbons that were available, something you could pretty much find at a bar. And I tried to find something that would closely match the flavor profile to me that Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 is. Now Jack is something that I really love. Before I got into whiskey, I was like the Jack and Coke guy, or I'd make old fashions with Jack Daniels. I love Jack. I love the smoky charcoal flavors of it. I still like it to this day, but it's not something I drink regularly anymore. But I think this is gonna be a fun idea because I'm curious to see if anything can actually live up to a Jack and Coke. So first up we have Benchmark Full Proof. This one is a little harder to get in some places, but we see this here all the time for 25 bucks. And this is like my second bottle of this stuff. I adore Benchmark Full Proof. The next one we have is just original Buffalo Trace. Then we have Knob Creek 9-year, another really solid one. That one I think could come into play here. I think that one has enough oakiness to it and smokiness to it that could kind of mimic a Jack Daniels. And the last one we have is Holly's favorite, Rebel 100, which is actually really good. We were drinking some of this with Coke earlier, so I was kind of going, this is a really good one. But so in the order, it goes Benchmark, Buffalo Trace, Knob Creek, Rebel 100, Jack Daniels. So I think we just need to both take a sip of the Jack Daniels just to remind ourselves how good this cocktail is. It's perfect. For like out with friends when you don't want to drink straight. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So what else can be said that isn't said already about a Jack and Coke? So let's just try them one by one and see. Now, before we try them, what do you think is going to win for you personally?
I hate to say Well, to be fair, I have not tried 3 out of the 4 of these new ones with Coke. I love Rebel and Coke, but I have not tried the
So do you want to start with Rebel first, since we know you like that one already, so we don't end on your favorite one?
Sure. Okay,
so we'll start with the Rebel 100, so we'll go in reverse order. So we're going to go,
your favorite?
I think my favorite is going to be the Knob Creek 9.
Okay.
That would be my guess up front, but this foolproof packs a punch, so that I like high proof stuff, so that might be the dark horse for me. So we'll start in reverse order from what I said. So the first one we're going to try is Rebel 100. If I didn't know that wasn't Jack and Coke, I'd go, oh yeah, Jack and Coke.
It's pretty good, huh?
It's a little hotter than, and I mean, we're talking marginally because it's mixed with Coke, but you can definitely taste the proof a little bit more.
Yeah.
Taste that back to back.
Let's see. It's a little sweeter.
Yeah. That's
still
lower
better.
proof. Lower proof, right? So Jack comes in at 80 proof, if I'm remembering correctly. Haven't looked at a bottle of Jack Daniels River. Yeah, 80 proof.
And 100.
And then 100 for the Rebel 100. So that's a really solid one, though. That kind of just like, that's almost like just fancies up a Jack and Coke.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
This one smells so crazy.
Knob Creek's 100 proof as well.
This smells so weird.
This is the same as the Rebel.
Yeah, I like
Really?
that. I like that a lot. I thought I'd like it, but I didn't think I'd like it that much.
Not for me.
You're not a big Knob Creek person, though.
No, and it's weird that these are both 100 and this tastes way more aggressive than that does to me.
But it's a weeded bourbon, Rebel,
Yep.
so that, I mean, it makes sense. I really like this one. And I know what it is, but I still like it. I still prefer the Jack. That's close, though, to me.
Closer than Rebel.
For my flavor profile, yes.
Okay.
Is now if we're judging what's the closest, definitely the Rebel is closest in flavor to a Jack Daniels. But this one is I prefer it to the Rebel, only slightly, slightly.
Now let's try your beloved Buffalo Trace.
Beloved Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
This one,
is
90 proof.
90 proof.
Right?
Yes.
Yep, 90 proof. This one smells like Buffalo Trace and Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one you couldn't put past me that this is Jack. I'd be like, this is a Jack Daniels.
What if you just tasted it and didn't smell it?
Smell the difference.
Oh yeah. Buffalo Trace smells sweeter.
This smells like the angel share when you're at Buffalo Trace. When you're walking,
like
Chinese food. It does smell like Chinese food.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't that smell like the angel share? That's hilarious.
No, what is that?
It's fine.
Too sweet?
No, it's just a little blah. It gets lost in the Coke.
It almost tastes like watered down Coke.
Yeah.
That's very strange.
That's odd.
What's the proof on Jack?
40, so Jack's a lower proof than that.
I was gonna say, it seems like you need something a little stronger to stand up to Coke, but you taste Jack, no issue, but this you don't.
It's just
really...
the flavor profile of that charcoal filtered with Jack that really stands up to the Coke, and it's that super sweet of the Coke with the smokiness of the Jack that makes it taste so great.
If you don't want to taste your bourbon in your Coke?
Buffalo Trace is the way to go because you don't taste it at all.
answer?
You can smell it, but I really don't taste it.
No, it tastes like almost slightly flat Coke.
I don't recommend this, but if you were with your friends just trying to get ripped, like on a boys' weekend or something, and you don't want to taste your booze, this is truly the way to go.
Yeah.
But it smells like Buffalo Trace.
New to bourbon.
Yeah, or if you're new to bourbon. It just smells like Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess because it's such a low proof.
I always say I get like a cherry cola note on Eagle Rare, and that's kind of what this smells like. Man, that's weird.
Jack's like 40.
That's shocking to me that just completely disappears in the Coke.
Yeah.
All those other ones, you can still taste it. Even the Rebel, you can still taste it.
And there's no ice in any of these.
No, that is all completely gone with that. That is crazy. Huh, we made a cool discovery. And then we have...
Full proof is this 100?
This one,
is 125
proof. This one's aggressive.
But this is also Buffalo Trace, so we'll see if this also...
Yeah, this is also Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 1, which is the same thing as Buffalo Trace. It's just... We'll do a show on Buffalo Trace because they're confusing because all of their products come from 4 recipes. And it's just like different variations of each. That's why they're called expressions, because it's just different versions of each of the 4 mash bills.
Does that smell the same?
I don't like that at all.
Okay.
And I love Benchmark Full Proof, but I do not like that. Has
smells like a stronger Chinese food.
That that has a bitterness to it that with the Coke just doesn't work.
Ooh. No.
No.
It's just.
That's dead last.
No.
That's not even close.
Coming off the table.
Yeah, that doesn't even deserve to be up here.
No.
All right, let's try them one more time and just kind of see where we land again. Let's try the Jack again. That's just so perfect. I mean, obviously it's a classic for a reason, but it's just classic flavor. I'm going to start back with Buffalo Trace this time. It's just so weird to me that it's just I'm like really trying to taste it, and it's on like the finish's finish. I can taste it a little bit on the back of my tongue, but past that, I don't taste anything. Back to the Knob Creek. I like that a lot.
I feel like a stronger.
It tastes like mulch in a good way.
No.
It's so oaky. It's for you. It's oaky. It's not something that you would enjoy typically. I totally get it. Back to the Rebel. So I think that's definitely the closest. That's definitely the closest.
Oh, would you look at that?
It's definitely the closest. I think the reason is since it's a wheated bourbon, it's softer, right?
Yeah.
So it's a more softer taste. So even at that 100 proof, it's softer. So it kind of hits the same way the Jack hits, even though the Jack's a lower proof. Does that make sense? Since it's softer, like it, yeah.
What's the proof on regular Rebel?
I think it's 90 as well. I'm pretty sure. I think that's why Rebel 100
did the
is.
100 because that was what they had today.
And it was on sale, so we'll take that all day. I actually like the Rebel 100 better. I like it a little more aggressive, especially with wheated bourbons.
It just doesn't taste like.
Which is why Maker's Mark to me tastes like you're drinking water, because it's a wheated bourbon that is so watered down.
Yeah.
We're not fans of much makers. I like cask strength and I like 46, but past that, it's just fucking
And that
drinking
French
water.
toast.
The French, the one that they gave us.
Yes, and they were sold out. We wanted to buy it.
I would have bought that all
for
day.
us to
Would have
buy
bought that.
Makers.
Right. I've only ever bought 2 bottles of Makers in my life. So my verdict is the Jack and Coke is still king, even with all these great bourbons. It doesn't hold a candle to
So
Jack and
if
Coke.
these were all the same price at a bar one night, and they said you can have one of these with Coke, you would still go with Jack every time.
Yes, flavor-wise, yes. But if I like higher proof bourbon, so if I know I can get something that's for the same price that's a little higher proof, sometimes I would go lean onto the Rebel. But for just enjoyment, Jack and Coke's the way to go.
And I would go Rebel.
Then I would go Rebel all day. All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you on the next one. Until then, cheers.